Hello, guys, and welcome back to the People's Manager. Well, I just could not complete the whole video about my match day 3. I just stopped it at the 60th minute and could not finish it and till the 90th minute because there was some network issue. And I don't know what happened exactly, but I just lost the network. But I continued the video after 90 minutes. That wasn't completed fully because my I had some problems. So I will just finish the video. I will just see the match report about that game, what exactly happened. Let's have a look at the highlights. 15th minute we got the first goal. 42nd we saw the game till 60th minute, I guess. So we saw all our three goals. We missed their goal which was scored in the 81st minute. That was just a consolation goal. So have a look at the statistics. 71-29, it was our B team. Still, we pretty much dominated in possession, shots on target, efficiency, everything. We dominated pretty much everything, even with our B team, and it was his team was 45 percentage. So I'm not taking much credits because his team was not so par or so good. It was just about you know the level of the players which affected. We played a 4-1-3-2 formation, unique. And House was our man of the match. Of course, he had to be our man of the match. 9 star, our best player. And Ronald Douglas. Well, now I know who he is. He is the owner of Trinox FC, and possibly we are facing Trinox FC in the quarterfinals. So I think he's here to look at my game, to understand how I play, my strategy. I'll try Ronald. Let's see who wins. Good luck. So basically, today's tips and tricks video is about training. It's about how I train my players, how I improve my weak areas, and how you can improve or what things you can do to get an edge above the other players. So for that, let's jump to the training section. So first of all, there are four sub menus down there. Let's have a look at them. Physio center, it basically tells you in how much amount of time will your players gain condition, +6 or +10, or how many, like plus what will they get in how much amount of time. So you can see here, in 2 hours and 2 minutes from now, all my players will get +6% of condition. So this is actually a 3 hour cycle. In every 3 hours it repeats itself. So in every 3 hour my players gets +6 percentage of health. And if you are just 5 or 10 minutes away from the game and your players are not fully fit, so you can just click on this fully rest. And depending on how much your health is, and how much players you have below that health line, it will give you a fully team massage, and it will take you to 100 health. But it costs a lot, 63 health tokens. That's a huge number. I wouldn't do that. I never do that. I just wait for these 3 hour cycles. You have to calculate after every game that how many cycles will you get before the other game, and how many can you lose in the training, so that you have to optimize your calculations. And then you have to see that, okay, before just 5 or 10 minutes of the game I will have this much stamina, or I will have this player will not have the stamina. So you have to do the pretty math basically. So if you are not in any Champions League game, the main focus is the league. So then I think in every 22 hours there is a league game. So basically you will get around 3 times 6, that is 7, that is 21. So 7 times you will get a 3 hour cycle, that is equivalent to 42% of condition. I think I was right. Yes. So if there is no Champions League game, you will get a 42% plus condition after each and every game. But it may sound good, but you have training, and players lose their training, their health in the training. So you have to cover that, and for that we have the videos. We'll talk about that later. This was all about the physio center. This is a quick training center. Like, if you don't know, if you're completely new and you don't know how to select what place to select, you just go in the quick training, select the difficulty level, easy, medium, or hard, click it, and the AI will completely train the players itself. I never do that. If you do that, but after watching this video, you will also not do that. You will become a training master. Let's go to bonuses. So this is what bonuses is basically, it just tells how much you will dominate that particular area. So I have an 8% attack bonus. bonuses reach a maximum 10 percentage level. I have an 8% attack, 8% defense, 6% position, and 8% condition. Attack tells you how efficiently your team will attack. So if I have a plus 8% bonus, so if my team is attacking like at level 6, then I will get plus 8% bonus. So I will attack more efficiently. Same goes to the defense, same, and possession is how much possession will my team have. You see, all my games I have above 70% possession, because this possession thing is always at 8 percentage. Well, most of the games I have my possession bonus at 8 percentage. I think out of all, possession and condition are the one which matters the most, because condition is how much stamina your player will have as the game goes by. The more condition bonus you have, the better the players are as the game goes. So condition and possession are the most important bonuses I feel in the game. So it comes by training, and the main catch here is it decreases by 2% each day. As you can see that your team can earn bonuses by organizing good training sessions. Bonuses decreases by 2% each day. So if I have all at 8% today, then tomorrow morning all will go down to 4%. So I have to train my players again to get them to 8% before the game. That's how it works. It goes down by 2%, and the maximum value here is shown is 10. So this was all about bonuses. These are the reports. It just tells you that when were your last training session, how many drills you did, how many players were there, and how much condition did they lose. And if you liked your training session, or if you felt, oh, that was perfect, so you can just come here and repeat the training session by pressing the repeat button. So this was all about the reports. Now it comes about training. So first of all, I will show how I train my players. My main aim is not to train players, it's to train the area of the pitch. So I don't select the players, I select zone. And if I have to I have to train my defenders, I just select goalkeeper and defenders. I press on confirm, and then you do the done button, then you select the drills. So the drills which I give to my defenders are: press the play. To give the drill, you have to just slide it down here. My main drills which I give to my defenders: press the play, peg in the middle. Then if I include the goalkeeper in the training, I do give the goalkeeper training. If I don't include him, then I give him use your head, defending crosses. That's a very vital thing. That's a very vital thing, because initially when I started the season 2, I did not use that because I did not had that. That was locked, and I used to consider a lot of goals in the corners or while crosses from wide areas. But after this training session, I'm using this training session daily, and I have seen a lot of improvements. Now I don't consider a lot of corner goals. Instead, I end up scoring. Well, that also have a attack training session. Which I will show you. So my training session goes like this: I press the play, peg in the middle, press the play, use your head. I go for defending crosses, and then one training session I use is the warm up, and the only thing which I use in warm up is stretch. I have not tried anything new yet. There are a lot of things. Gym is very hard. It takes a lot of stamina. Long run, karaoke with ladder, sprint, warm up. But I feel the most effective one is stretch, because after so many training sessions, your players need a cool down, and stretching provides cool down. It can also provide warm up. Stretching is acts as both. While whereas we have a different completely different drill for a warm up, you can choose that for a warm up. But stretching, it can give you warm up as well as a cool down, so that the AI decides what it has to do. So it's a very handy drill, and I gave it to every player, every zone. Either it is attack or defense. I just give that stretch thing to both of them. So you can see the drills, and you can see the condition minus 11.25 percentage. So this is the condition, this is the amount of condition my players who are involved in this training will lose. If I get that stretch thing here, you see 12.75%. So if my player is on 100%, he will go down to 87.75%. So this is how it is. It show this is how it is done. It You click the done, they will give you how much they have trained. They will give you points like plus 10, plus 20, and the training points adds up to your training level. And you can see my training level is 20. The more you train, the more better you get. And after each level, you unlock one new drill, or you have a choice to upgrade your current drill or unlock one new drill. So you have to choose wisely there. And after some particular amount of levels, the number of drill session you can arrange can increase. Well, I have all my 6 unlocked here. This sixth one unlocks at when you reach your training level 17. It unlocks one after one after one. I think max level 17, all your 6 sessions are unlocked. So this was about my defender. This is how I arrange my defender session. Press the play, pick in the middle. These two are very vital. If you are high pressing one, you select the press the play. If you do not rely on high pressing, the drills which I would suggest is pig in the middle. That is the most that is the most basic defending drill. Use your head. You have to do that. Stop the attacker. Defending crosses. Stop the attacker, and you have to use to stop the attacker, because if you are not pressing high enough and relying to sit back and defense, then you have to stop the attacker, stop the shoot, stop the crosses. So that training is very necessary and very vital. So you have to use stop the attacker maybe twice, just like I use press the play twice. You have to use stop the attacker twice, because you are not pressing the play, you are just waiting for him to get in the box, and then you take the ball. So this is the only change I feel if you are not pressing the play. Now same goes to attacking. You select zone, you go to midfield, attack, midfield, strike. You select confirm. I'm not doing this because I've shown you how to do this. Then the drills which I give to my attacking players are pass, go and shoot. This is very fit. I think one of the most underrated, and it's easy and it's very effective. Pass, go and shoot. I've scored so many goals with this. Like you can see in the game, this move actually work. You can see Alexis get giving the pass, running ahead. Then someone like Velahos delivers to Alexis and he shoots. This is very effective. Then I go to fast counter attacks. If because fast counter attacks really matters much, because if you're playing a tougher opponent away from home and you set up your team for defensive, counter attacks are a must. And the training for this counter attacks, fast counter attacks. I go for pass, go and shoot again. I use that twice. Then I use this shooting technique. This thing, shooting technique, is it's very efficient. It's unique. It's very important, because the attacking midfielders, you must give them the freedom to shoot, and not only the freedom, but they also must have the accuracy and the training to shoot at goal. And shooting technique is the best thing to do that. So shooting technique is also which I include in my list. Let me include all of them in my list, like that. Shooting technique, I don't use skill drill much. Depends if I'm not using the shooting technique or the set piece delivery. I use the skill drill, but I don't know. Like skill drill, that doesn't help much. And this set piece delivery, you must be seeing in my match day videos how my corners are improving day by day. They were not good at first. They were really bad. I lost my cup game. I considered 4 goals, out of which 3 I considered in corners, and scored 0 in corners. That's how bad I was. But this set piece delivery thing has improved a lot. You can see in my last match the 3 video, out of 3 goals 2 came from corners. That So this thing is very important in my training session. And if you are weak in corners, if not even if you're weak, that's a basic training session. Set piece delivery, everyone does that. And same goes to the attacking, to the physical and mental part. We use a stretch. It's like it's a combination of everything. Warm up, cool down, everything. Sprint is okay. It's very hard. It will use a lot of stamina. Your main aim is to maximize your training, you maximize your output, and also to keep your condition best, keep your players at the best condition. Loss of minimum stamina and maximizing the output of the work the players are doing. So this also takes 12 oh no, sprint. Oh, what happened there? See, you sprint 15% condition, stretch same 12.75. I have this particular routine. I repeat it every day. I do not do any changes, except depending that if I'm not using press the play, I use stop the attacker, because if I think that today I'm not pressing the play, I have to play like let them come in the box, I will play a bit counter attack football, I use stop the defender. That's the only thing which I change. But my 12.75% loss of stamina, that's constant in attack and defense both. So that was my style of training players. And I think which the my I think the training drill or the drill pattern which I'm using, I think it's pretty much well balanced. You can see you have a passing training here, you have a counter attack drill here, you have a set piece delivery here. I will have this wing play thing unlocked. And even if I get this, I won't use it wing play, because I'm not the player who attack through the wings. I'm the one who plays through the middle. You have seen in the game, the only time which I attack through the wings is when I set up my team for counter attack. that depends from people to people. Some counter attack to the middle, some counter attack to the wings. So if I have decided that in today's game, okay, I'm playing defensive and I'm going to counter attack, I will use this thing. I will use this thing, and I won't use instead of what happened. Oops. How instead of I think instead of shooting technique, I will use that wing play, because shooting technique you can balance it out. Players know how to shoot. Okay, it's shooting technique is just to increase their accuracy, and so it's not one of the most important drills. You just cannot let out the pass, go and shoot. Counter attacks, set piece delivery, the three most attacking drills. You cannot let them go. So I will remove the shooting technique and I will go for the wing play. So if you are a wing, if you are playing the wings, go for the wing play, but it takes time to unlock the wing play thing. It comes later on in the game. Initially, if you are a beginner, use my pattern, repeat, you see my pattern, follow my pattern, and I'm sure you will get results out of this, because I'm getting results. I'm undefeated in the league since the start of the season, since the start of day one. Let me show you. Let me show you my club. Let's go to, these are the all-time stats: 26 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses, and these are this season stats. That is means season 2, and this season has 2 losses. It means that my season 1 had 0 loss. And if you see, I have the total number of games which I played this season are 25. The total number of games I played overall are 32. So that means 8 games I played in season 1, and I was defeated. And I played all the league games, because in season 1 you don't have a Champions League or cup. If you're lucky, you get in to the game, but I was not in any one of them. So all the 8 league games I was undefeated, and in this season 2 also, for 14 games I'm still undefeated. So 22 games I'm undefeated in the league, and I have followed that training session. So I would recommend you to follow the training session which I have provided. And if you have a better training plan, or which you think is better from my training plan, you can message me on my Instagram page, that is managerly yours, or you can just drop it down in the comments below. I will look at it and I will talk to you about this. And it would be a very good help by your side to help our channel grow. So this was all about the training sessions today. I think I'm not missing anything. Let me check. I done the players with center for training. I told you about the bonuses. Yes, that was it. And yes, one major thing is, uh, they will ask to train your players for 4 times in a day. So if you think how to train them, how to do that, so the main strategy here is, if you are if you have a match day in which you have a league game as well as Champions League game, you they will ask you to divide it into a session of 2. So before the league game, they will ask you to train your players twice. You have to do that. And after the league game and the Champions League game is coming, they will ask you to do that twice again. So that means 4 times a day. If you are not in the Champions League, before the league game, they will say you to train your players 4 times a day. So that means they have 4 training sessions in a day. So you have to very wisely train your players. You have to not train them at once, like all the 4 times. You have to just think about the stamina, and if I train them now, then how much I will get through the 3 hour loop sessions. So you have to think about that. And I am going to drop the video about the management of the training sessions. And I'm going to drop this will be basically a part of my squad video. I will just share about how to efficiently manage a squad and how to keep the conditions, the morale maximum most of the times, in the squad video, which will be coming maybe in tomorrow or maybe in 2 days. I don't know, I'm not scheduled yet, because I have to think about the other things too of the videos. So I will talk about that in the squad videos. For now, in the training section, that was all about the training part. And if you like the video, please like it. And if you think that I have some potential, please subscribe my channel, and drop down your suggestions in the comments box. Thank you for watching The People's Manager.